about to join this wonderful being you see here on the screen with us. Before we do, let me give you guys a little introduction into who this queen is that we're about to chat with. Okay. So, writer and content creator Stephanie James has always been in touch with her creative side. From songwriting to script writing, she has always used writing as an outlet to express her vivid imagination. It's important to Stephanie to produce stories from her heart to reach the soul of others. In 2007, while pursuing her dreams as a singer-songwriter, Stephanie's journey was abruptly interrupted when she welcomed her son, Kevin, into the world. In the midst of embracing the joys of motherhood, she was inspired to switch gears and follow another passion of hers. She then formed the Created K Christians production, which is named after her son. To date, K Christians production has produced a 3-season web series, 1 stage play, and 3 films. All written and produced by Stephanie. Also, be on the lookout for her first thriller novel, Remember Me. But let's not stop there, because Stephanie was recently on a reality TV show that we're going to talk about as well. So she is a bag of goodies, and I can't wait to dig in there. How's it going? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. How goes it?
Yes, welcome to the show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, before we get into all of the goodness that I just had in your introduction, we must know the lady behind the brand. Let our audience know where you're from, girl. Tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, well, I am from the greatest place on earth, aka Chicago.
Hey now.
Hello. And so I was born, the beginning of my life started on the south side of Chicago in the Beverly area.
Shut the front door.
Shut the front door. And I spent majority of my life on the north side, which is where I, grew up and became the girl that you see today. So that's where I'm from. I'm from the south side, but I claim the north side because I spent more of my life on the north side. What else do you want to know? Yeah, that's pretty much the deal, Pickle. That's pretty much the deal.
That's pretty much the deal, Pickle. I love it. I love it. A lady with jokes is the lady of my heart, for sure. Yeah. So, you say you came up in Beverly. Cool. I know the area. Wow, I worked there. So we
nice.
got a little something, But yeah, are you from a big family at all?
Oh my gosh. So my mother, her mother had 9 children. And then, like all of them have children. And then my dad, his mom had 2. And then I have an additional aunt from, that's a whole different situation. But it's 3 of them on that side. So the bigger family is on my mother's side, but both families together we deep in these streets. It's a lot of us. Man, it's a lot.
Yes, I'm from a big family too, so I know how important that is. And I know in your introduction you said everything halted when you had your beautiful son Kevin.
I did.
Yes, how is Kevin doing, girl? How he doing now?
Oh my gosh. Well, we're in an interesting space right now because he's 13. And when I was pregnant, I said, you know what, I hope this is a boy, Lord Jesus, let this be a boy. Because I was a teenage girl, so I know what that life is like. And so I was just like, please let this be a boy. And by the grace of God, it was a boy. But hence, we're at the teenage years, and Buddy think he know everything.
Girl, they do think they know everything.
Who raised him?
Oh no, why not? I have a 15-year-old daughter. She'll be 15 in July. And I'm telling you can't tell enough.
Can't tell.
But my son, he's only 10. I got a couple more years. Yeah. Well, that's good. But I know that he's a little actor too, right? You got him working in some of your films and things.
He usually makes cameos in most of all of my projects. A couple of years ago, he was in Macbeth. He did a play. One of my friends, Dane Campbell, did a play, and he was in the play, and he did so good
Yeah.
about that life because he had to work. You know what I'm saying? And it was rehearsal, and it was rehearsal. But I think he enjoyed it. I think he enjoyed it.
Okay. Do you ever put him in any classes or anything like that? Or you just throw him in there? Hey.
Come on in there.
You just do like
got
the
it or
mama
you
bird,
don't.
just throw him out the nest and say fly.
You got it or you don't. You gonna sink or you gonna swim. What you gonna do?
Right.
So yes, do it.
I love it. I love your energy. I really do. I love your energy. Yeah, so we're going to get into how you started to become this sensational woman that sits before me right now, right? Yeah, I'm talking about you, girl. Yes.
That's you.
Absolutely. So we see here you have quite a few things going on with K Christian Productions, right? Let's talk about the web series, the 3-season web series. Can you tell us a little bit more about what that is?
I absolutely can. So I started off pursuing, singing. As a little girl, like there were like a list of things. I keep doing 5, but there was a list of things that I wanted to do when I grew up. And so singing was the segue. So when I got pregnant with my son, I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't be like a chubby singer. What am I gonna do with myself?
Girl,
and
yes,
so
you can. I'm sorry. I just had to throw that out there. Like, yes, you can be a chubby singer.
You can, but at the time, you know what I'm saying? Because I had a nice little, you dig, but I had got pregnant, and he had stressed the girl out. He stressed me out. So I was like, what am I going to do? But I've always been a writer. And so I was like, I'm going to do a web series. And this was like before web series were really like a thing. And I think I had lost my job. I had a couple of friends who were in between jobs as well. And so, mind you, none of the cast were like actors, but this was the beginning for a couple of them, probably more than a couple. But I wrote a script, I got a camera, I got some, equipment, and I watch a lot of TV and movies and stuff. So that's where my experience came from. And we shot that joint. So we shot the first season. It did really well. And then I think the second season is when Sam Silk came in and, helped produce the show. And he was there for the second season and the third season. And by the third season, by that time, people are working again. Life is, moving in different directions. And so we just kind of ended it at the third season. But it was a really good time. It was a really great experience. And I think I'm always thinking that things happen for a reason. And I think that was just the setup for what was to come for me.
Absolutely.
And maybe some of them.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. And so you were saying like, you just said, I'm going to write a script and I'm just going to do it. Right. Now, you didn't have any experience prior to this outside of your watching of television. I'm there with you, sister. I study every show. Okay. Like, oh, I'm watching.
Yeah.
I get where you're coming from with that. So when it came to writing a script, have you ever like written anything similar to it before? Maybe you've done poetry before. I mean, just the songwriting was all that you've done before you decided I'm gonna write this script.
Yes. I mean, I wrote maybe a poem or two, but my writing came like I was a songwriter. So every song that I sang, I wrote it. And I didn't take a class on that. Somebody throwing some music and I just vibed it out. Look, there's not even any music playing, but I would just vibe it out or whatever, right? And write the song. So when I decided, okay, I'm gonna write a script, the only thing, did I do this then? No, not even then. I didn't even there was the internet, but I didn't like Google it or anything. I just wrote it character line, and I just figured it out as I went. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's what I was wondering. I'm like, because writing a song and things is just so much different than a script. So it's like, but now I see he said character line, and then birth this
friend back there.
Yes. She seems to like to make her cameo every week too.
Hey, so. I'm not mad.
I don't even pay attention to somebody bring it to me. I swear, every time somebody, you got a cat behind you. Yeah. She likes to make her cameo. She heard that there was a filmmaker on here, so she was like,
well, come on, girl. Come on.
Yeah. So that's cool. You went the first season, second season, had to stop at the third season. And that's when you said, what next?
What's next? And it was just in my spirit. I was like, I want to do a play. And my dad, he was like my number one person, my number one fan. He was the one who said, do it. Whatever you want to do, just do it. What's stopping you from doing it? And he said, do it. So I said, okay, Dad, I'm gonna do it. He's like, now don't make sure it ain't no mess. And I was like, okay, Dad, this gonna be good. And I wrote it. Now, first of all, let me start here. Okay. I didn't know how I was gonna do this, where I was gonna get the money to do it, where I was gonna get the people from. None of that, because I don't come for money. Okay, let's be clear. Okay. And when I tell you God made a way, because when I add up all them numbers, when I think about all them numbers, God made a way for that to happen, and pretty much sold out the show. Nobody knows me as a playwright. This is my first play. And it was like everybody in the seat, people laughing at my little corny jokes. People really enjoyed the play. But what was most important to me was that I made my dad so proud. I made him so proud. And that was everything for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a big daddy's girl too. So from a daddy's girl to a daddy's girl, I know how it is to make your dad proud. So that was the win right there.
I won.
Even if the seats were empty, your dad would have been proud anyway. So that's just from the love that our parents have for us.
That's so true. He also told me if it was mess too. I'm just saying.
He said what?
He was honest. He would tell me if it was the mess too. Very honest.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Your web series seemed to have gone very well. Your play went very well. Now, did you ever think about doing a second play? Like, did you just want to continue to do plays, or?
I did. I do. I still am. But for whatever reason, I transitioned into film. So I did that play, and then the next thing I did was my first film. Again, that was a whole different beast. And this is coming from someone who did not go to school. I'm just learning as I go. And my first film was pretty dope. I'm just saying. It was
you
pretty
better
dope.
say it, girl. If you don't think it is, who else gonna think it? You better
That's true. It was pretty dope. It was a really great experience. And again, I think that was everything that I've done has been setting me up for what's to come. And so I did the film, and then I ended up doing the play again with a different group of people. So some things I didn't get to do the first time, I got to do it the second time. Like it was amazing. Man, God is good. Let me just say that. Let me just God is amazing. Let me tell you.
Yes.
I don't know how. I don't know from where, but he always come through for a sister.
Yes. Every time.
I got to give him the praise right now.
You have to. Yes. 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 So you say your play. Now was your play the same as your first one? Was that Love Lies?
So the play was If You Love Me. I did it twice.
Okay.
Just two different casts. And then the film was Love Lies. That was my first film.
Gotcha.
And then from that, Cherry was birthed.
Mm-hmm.
My second film.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yes.
is a tearjerker.
Yes,
Yeah.
um, and that story has a really, really good message in it. Um, the story dropped in my spirit. I didn't even know what the end was gonna be. I just was obedient to it and just wrote it. And when I got to the end, I was like, okay, okay.
Mhm.
And it's a really, really sad story. Let me just say that. But if you watch it all the way through, you'll get it. It'll be worth it. You're gonna cry. You're gonna be upset. You're probably gonna yell at the screen a little bit. Because that's what I want you to do.
Right.
But when you get to the end, you're gonna be like, yes. That's what Marva likes to say. Yes.
She do. Yes. And for those of you who are watching it, if you want to watch Cherry and you feel like you want to cry a little bit, scream a little bit, but enjoy a good movie, you can definitely find it on multiple platforms. You got it. You got it where people can get their hands on it, their eyeballs on it. So, I mean, you're doing your thing. And I just wanted everybody to know, like, how much you really got going on. Okay?
I'm just trying. I'm just out here trying. Just trying to live my dream. With my eyes wide open.
Girl,
I'm trying.
the head flip, I'm loving that too.
It's in the way. It's supposed to be back there, but it keep.
Okay. So yeah, we know that you have gotten your hands on a lot of things. Okay. And there are people out here that want to follow in your footsteps. There's people who want to do these things. They want to do plays. They want to do film. They want to do it all, just like. So we're going to try to get some advice to these people coming from the master yourself. All right. So just let the people know if they wanted to let's start off with the web series, right? How would you go about doing something like that? What would be your advice for those who want to do the web series?
Now, are we talking step by step or just?
No, we're talking about whatever you've learned because you've been through it. What do you think that someone can value from your experience? You don't have to do step by step.
So if you've ever heard the term, don't talk about it, be about it. Mm-hmm. Like that's the best advice I can give you. Like you either gonna take a poop or you're gonna get off the toilet. So if it's something you want to do it. Don't make a list of excuses why you can't do it. Figure out a way to do it. And it might not be to the level that you want it to be, because a lot of times people will say, well, I need to have the right this, or I need to have the right that. That's just procrastination, because everybody has to start from somewhere. So even if it's not grand or big or whatever, just start. And the universe has a way of bringing things to you that you need when you need it, when you're ready for it. But if you never start, you'll never get there.
Absolutely. That's some great advice right there. But it's easier said than done for some folks, but that's pretty much the logistics of it. You have to just do it.
Nike, they got it in the bag. You just
they got
it.
They got it in the bag, on the bag, and on the clothes. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. While you rocking your Nike, do like Nike and just do it. Don't make excuses. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? Go volunteer if you want to take that route. Volunteer on someone else's set. Mm-hmm. If you need to see how it's run, if you need to get an idea. But when I tell you the Google is amazing, okay? You can find out all types of stuff on the Google. That's what I call it, the Google.
Yeah, I'm getting that.
Yeah. So there's no reason not to do it. There's no reason to make an excuse. Make it happen. Like I shot my web series with, it was a high-end camcorder, but hey, kitty cat. But it was a camcorder.
I cannot with you.
Get away. But it was a camcorder, and guess what? it got me through my 3 years. And no, it didn't look like, the stuff you see, in Hollywood. But I did what I did. I got my experience and I got to do what I wanted to do with, you know what I mean? So just do it.
Absolutely.
The rest will follow.
Absolutely. I love that. And see, that's why I wanted to ask you that, because a lot of people think they have to start out with the best equipment. They have to start off with just having everything A to Z. And that's not true. You make the content is what captures the audience's attention. So if you got good content, you're going to get it.
Right. I was going to say you could have the latest and the greatest in the equipment. But if your content ain't great, you just probably wasted your money. So, see what you had first. And then maybe, go get the $1 million camera.
There you go. There you go. I actually did a film myself, and I did it with an iPad. So.
Hello? and iPad, those aren't cheap.
Okay.
People do that all the time. But you start from somewhere. You start from somewhere. And then you look back and you say, oh my gosh, that's where I started. This is where I am now. Going forward, it's just going to get better and better. But you just don't not do it. You got to start from somewhere.
Absolutely. Now, this is my favorite part I want to get to, okay? Because this is actually something I want to do. I guess I need to just get to it. But writing a play, right? Tyler Perry is my dude. Marvin knows that. I love Tyler Perry. I'm going to work with him one day. I guarantee. Okay. But, he started off with plays and things like that. So, give us a little bit more background. How did you just start with the play? I know you said, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I added everything up and it just happened. Bam, bam, bam. But give us a little bit more detail. Like, how did you get to your actors? What location did you have your first play at? And what did you learn from doing your first play?
Okay, so my first play was definitely an experience, let me tell you. Almost quit after that, let me tell you, because woo, baby. But first I had my script. And so I have a group of friends. They are so freaking amazing. They tell me like when it's bad, when it's good, when now you need to go back to the drawing board, that kind of stuff. So once I got all thumbs up, we were a go. So now I have the script. Now I got to have auditions. So everything is in my mind. The type of characters live in my head, by the way. But these characters, I see them, I hear them. So it's not just your acting, it's not just what you look like. I'm listening for what you sound like as well, because they have a certain, voice. And so have my auditions, get the people that I'm going to get. Now we got to have rehearsal. So that's, the space for the auditions I'm paying for, the rehearsal space that I'm paying for. And I think it's a good script, but this is my first play. It could not be good, but I think it's good. And my group of friends think, that it's good. And so what happens is one of my main characters, okay, so it was singing in the play. So one of the guys in the play, he came to me and he said, I think you need to replace that girl because I just don't see her getting that song right because she keeps singing it in the wrong key. And I'm like, she gonna get it, because I got faith. I picked her. She gonna get it in the right key. And even if she go off a little bit, that's okay, as long as she know how to come back. But, I'm trying to be professional. And so he was like, no, she ain't singing in the right key. So he decided that he was going to step out of it because he felt like it was going to be bad because this girl keeps singing in the wrong key. And she was on the wrong key for a little bit, but she got it together. Anywho, so he quit, got a new guy. Thank God for that new guy because he was it. Let me tell you. And so he can't see how everything happened for a reason. Because I needed this other guy to come in. He was just warming up his spot. And so he came in and oh my gosh, it was everything that was here was happening in front of me. Okay, let me tell you, it's amazing when your dream comes to life. It's just like, what? And you people laugh at your jokes. I just, I thought I'd be laughing to myself, but okay. And so I found a theater. We did it at Adventure Stage Chicago. It's on Noble, which is kind of like Northwest. That was another fee. And we had tickets, and we did, I think, 2 nights of it. And it was just, so you got to have a sound person, you got to have light, you got to have the stage, so you got to have a person that's going to build it the way you want it to look. And again, I don't come from money, so I have to think about how can I make this look professional without breaking the bank. So I think I did okay with that. And I had a cousin who's in my family who can build sets. So I got lucky with that. But I still had to pay him.
You got real lucky with that.
Don't get it twisted. He still wanted money. So yeah, but it turned out really, really great. It was an interesting experience because some of the people were a little difficult. But I learned that some of that comes with the territory.
Yeah.
And some of it is working with friends that you probably just shouldn't do. But it was a good experience. I wouldn't trade it. I did want to quit after that because it was something else, but I'm glad that I didn't. I'm so glad that I didn't.
Yes, I'm glad that you didn't either, because that led you to your films and your great films at that. So now we're gonna just mosey on into that area, get a little advice from the filmmaking side of everything. So what did we do then? How did we get there? And what did you learn from those experiences?
So again, I watch a lot of TV. I watch a lot of movies. Like, I probably could do the whole Boys in the Hood movie by myself. I watch a lot of movies. So doing film was different because you could take a script with like 5 pages and somebody would be like, oh, that's nothing. Just boom, you're done. But no. It's more than that. You got to get the wide. You got to get the close. You got to get the hand. You got to get the wall. You know what I mean? Like it's everything. It's a lot that goes into film. You got to get the sound right. You got to get the lighting right. Continuity. If he walked in and his shirt was up, you got to make sure it's still up when he walks back in. And it's a lot of moving parts. So,
yeah, because we will catch it. We will catch that. Oh my
gosh. But
I watched some movies. I was like, wait a minute, sir. Exactly. You was not just doing
It's been in Hollywood too. They've made mistakes. So, it happens. But you have to be very, very organized when you're doing film. So as much as you can be organized prior to, the better it will be when it's go time. Speaking of, I'm shooting tomorrow. So I'm, lining everything up. I wrote everything out so we could just get to it.
Damn.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, that is awesome. You have done a lot. Do you get tired, girl?
No, this actually keeps me going.
Okay.
Like when I'm not, like this whole pandemic situation, Lord Jesus, almost took me out because this is not for creative people. Like this keeps me going. This keeps me moving, shaking and baking. So yeah, I get tired? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I enjoy this. I'm excited. I can't wait for tomorrow to get here. Like,
yes,
not anything in a minute. So I'm excited.
Yes, that's how you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be nothing else but that. Because if you're doing something that you just dread, Lord.
Exactly.
And you're your own boss at that. Oh, that's even worse.
Exactly.
Like, I can see you going to work with somebody else. Yeah, you do what you got to do, but you are the person you're going to work
exactly.
with. So you're not excited for yourself.
Hello.
Hello, I don't know. But we've learned a lot about your personal projects, but there's just one more project that's not quite personal that you have jumped into, right? Can you cook, girl?
Well, now I didn't know that was on your list.
Oh no, I finds it all.
Well,
Okay.
well. I mean, I got some stuff in me. Like, okay, the boy is 13 and he's still alive, so that should count for something, okay? I'm still struggling like with the onion life. Like, as I stay away from onions because, I mean, first of all, like,
You
should come with like directions because first I didn't even know you're supposed to take the skin off. They should say take the skin off first, but they don't say that. So how are you supposed to know?
Stephanie.
But how you supposed? No, really,
Stephanie.
how you supposed to know? Then wait.
Out of all those characters in your head, not one of them told you to take that skin off that onion.
I know. I did not know. And then somebody just said to me the other day, you know how there are beans in a can? Like if you making chili or something, you get some chili beans. They said you're supposed to rinse those jokers off. Why?
I'm gonna fill our audience in on what we're talking about because they might be like, "What in the world?" So, our lovely Stephanie James here, a bag full of tricks. But recently, she aired on The Worst Cooks in America, season 21 on the Food Network. But her signature dish, the lasagna, was just not a hit with the people. Okay.
So good. It smelled, those flavors smelled so good.
No. You were on the show and you left week 2.
I did.
You did. But that's okay. You did not win the money. But I did hear that you're back on season 22. Is that true?
Maybe. Are you gonna watch me on Sunday?
You know what I'm saying? I know it just started April 25th. It just started.
Look at you.
It just
she does
started. So yeah, we're definitely gonna tune in and see if your cooking skills got any better from last season.
Let me know how I do.
I don't know. You can just tell me right now because I know you already know.
I could, but then that won't be any fun.
That's funny. I want to just read a quote that Chicago Tribune had from you, right? It says, cooking was not one of the things you knew how to do. However, you always had the desire to want to cook because that's how you get a husband. Girl, who told you that?
They say that food is the way to a man's heart. Now, if that changed, because this is 2021, if that did change, let me know.
I don't know, Mark. What do you think? You think you gotta learn how to cook to get a husband?
It helps.
Darn it, too.
Well, somebody send me some recipes. Do that,
girl? I'm about to be on season 23 while I'm over here talking.
Okay.
Because I am not the chef of the family. So
yeah. But the kids are alive. The kids are alive.
They are. That's because they dad cooks.
Oh, okay. I was trying to help you out. I was trying.
I know. But it's someone who tried to help you out. So yes. Tell us about the lady who brought you a package to work.
Oh my gosh. You guys are pulling out everything. So as you know, me and Wilbur the Onions, we don't get along. And so one of my customers, they were watching the show and she came in and she was like, I got something for you. And I was like, what you got for me? Because I'm thinking she's going to pull out a package, because I sell stamps, And
because I sell stamps.
That's what I do in my real life. And so she pulled out an onion. and I about died. But that wasn't it. It didn't stop there. Then she gave me a package of lasagna and she said, yes, you boil the lasagna first.
Wow.
You. Okay. I didn't know. I was really at a crossroads when I got to that lasagna part. What do? I thought it would cook with the sauce. Again, that should come with direction. You can't just be
The
trusting
onion.
people. All of that.
Oh
You
wow.
All
are
of that.
hilarious. You are hilarious. So you know you got to add comedian into your list of everything that you do.
No.
That is a must. Stand-up comedy is next. You know, everything that you do always leads to something else. I see it coming. It's
It's
stand-up
influence
comedy.
that.
Yeah.
I don't think-
That, yes. See, the joke was already
comedy.
ready.
Right, yeah. I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave that to like the comedian.
You are one.
I don't think so.
You know, a
Yeah, that's
comedian is
different.
only someone who just makes you laugh. And I think you have made us laugh quite a bit in just a few minutes we've talked to you.
That's so
Yeah.
sweet.
Oh, yeah, I try.
We got to do something together here, see? Because you've been making me laugh.
Yes, definitely. That is also, I see that in the future as well. Don't you, Mara? We all gonna work together one day very soon.
Let's
Yes.
do it. Girl power.
Definitely.
Yeah. But I don't want to deter. I just had to talk about your stint on the Food Network, Worst Cooks in America. I could not have this interview and not bring up your cooking. That wouldn't been fair to the world.
That
So
wouldn't
now
have been
everybody,
fair. Maybe there is a man chef out there somewhere who will teach me how to cook. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
hey. So is that what we're on the hunt for now? Is that our next venture? It's not coming.
Well, you know, if you see me, I might see you. Hey.
Hey.
There you go, gentlemen. You see, she's out here scouting for the next big man.
Hey.
I was gonna say big thing, but that would have been inappropriate.
That could have went a bunch
I had
of
to
different ways.
stop myself. I said, "Don't say that, Marquita. Leave that alone." Yes, she's scouting for her next man. So yeah, let's give us what's coming next in as far as your film and your plays and casting calls. Do you have any casting calls that actors and actresses might want to know about? Come on, give us the deets, sis.
Okay, so I am shooting my short film, The One, tomorrow. Well, this weekend. Super excited about that. That will be my first comedy that people will see because I've been doing drama. I ain't even look at you. I ain't even look at you. I ain't even look at you. So that's what's coming soon. I want to put that in a few festivals. And then following that in June, July, I'll be working on my next feature film, which is called Smash and Dash, which is another comedy because I wanted to, get out of the drama realm for a little bit. And
I know it.
Comedy is stab. Let's see what happens.
There it is.
I knew it. I saw it. Comedy. I knew it. Now keep in mind, you did say I was funny, right? Just saying.
Right. That's right.
For the next one.
Girl, you might got you a part. You know what I'm saying? You know the writer, producer.
God.
You in there like somewhere now.
Yes. That is awesome. Now you mentioned your films go to a film festival, right? So for the inspiring filmmakers, let them know, how do they get into film festivals? What is some advice if they want to put their films into there?
So I joined this website called Film Freeway, and it's like every film festival you can think of is on this website. And you just kind of go through them, see what the requirements are. Most of them have fees, but some of them are, like $15, $5. You just figure it out. And if you have a film, you just submit it. They'll let you know if it's a go. They'll let you know if it's a no go. And then, like the biggest one in the Midwest is the Black Harvest Film Festival. I did have the honor and the privilege to have my film selected in the last one. And it won the Audience Choice Award. And
It sure did.
excited
It
about it.
sure. Flip the hair, girl. Flip the hair, girl. I am going to submit again, and we'll see how they like my comedy. We'll see how it goes.
Nice.
Any questions you have, Miss Marble?
Nope.
Okay, so I must be asking all the right questions.
Yes, you are.
And
You are killing it.
Well, that is awesome. That's awesome. So I know that your next big film is on the horizon. Because, I mean, you just exude excellence. Your whole personality is contagious as heck. And I love it. We're going to be best friends.
Down. I am bound to Giselle. Let's go.
Yes. I'm going to ask you a few questions just so we can get a little bit more insight on who you are, things you like. So, if you had a magic wand, right? And you can work with anybody in the world, who would you work with?
That is the most amazing question ever. Do I get to pick like just one person?
No, it's your world, squirrel.
Okay, well, since you said it like that.
Well, I'll keep it at like 2.
Hey. Definitely I would have to go with Denzel Washington because I think that he can be somebody that I can learn from. He can also bring, like, I love the way he interprets characters and brings them to life. Like, he is just amazing. Definitely Denzel. And I would go with, who would be my number 2? It's so many people. Okay, I'm gonna just say this because, like you, I really adore Tyler Perry. And I think that, like, he is genius.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I would love to work with him and learn from him because he did like Nike and he just did it and it took off for him. And I will always appreciate him for that. He created his own lane and now look where he is.
Yeah, absolutely.
When people don't believe in you, you it's not a matter of you making them believe in you. It's you believing in yourself. And again, whatever is for you is for you and it'll come your way.
Yeah. Because unlike you who had a sold out first play, his flopped.
Yep, it
but
did.
He still persevered. He still went through and then he kept going. So yeah, I like your 2 picks. Actually, like my 2 picks. Goodness. That's dope. Mara, you know what? I don't think I've ever asked you this question. And here's your turn. Who would you work with, Missy?
Well,
any 2 people in the world.
She already named them.
You the same 2?
Yes, Denzel and Tyler Perry. Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Denzel, yes, number 1.
That's dope. Okay, so we all on the same wave pattern.
On the same page.
Which means that we all are destined for something great.
Yes.
So I love that. I love that. So, all right. So here's another question. Any film in the world, any film, what film would you have wanted to work on? Whether it's behind the scenes or in front of the camera. It is totally your choice.
Oh my gosh, where do I begin? The Color Purple, New Jack City, Steel Magnolias, any Breakfast Club, Breakfast Club movie, Molly Ringwald. I love all of her stuff. What's some good stuff that Oh my gosh. I would like to be on the set of like Jurassic Park or something like that, just to see how they make all that happen. Like that's amazing because it
Yeah.
looks so real. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I would love to be on a set like that.
Mhm.
Belly. Like it's on
What?
the list. I like what Hype Williams did. Like he at first I thought it was me. I was like, is the lighting wrong on the TV? Why is it so dark? But
Mhm.
like he shot it a certain way. And I just
Mhm.
thought that it was dope. Plus, that will put me in the room with like, DMX and Nas
Exactly.
and T-Buzz and all them. So yeah,
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
would love to be on that set.
Girl, you had some good ones. I was rocking with you till you said Jurassic Park. But then I understood your reason. And I said, okay, then I'm with you again. I had to jump off the boat and then I got back on.
Got back on. Yes,
I
yes.
said, you know what? She's right. I would like to know all of that too. Yeah,
Yes.
those are some good ones. Absolutely. And I love classic films a lot too. Like I like the original Sparkle. I don't know if you all seen the original Sparkle,
The
1970.
best one.
I love that one. Yeah, the remakes kind of bothers me sometimes. I don't know about you guys, but remakes kind of bother me sometimes because they don't have the same effect. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but yeah.
I just feel like some things you just shouldn't mess with. And I also feel like out of all the filmmakers in the world, you couldn't come up with anything original. And I get, hey, let's revamp this. Let's bring it back. No, just let it live. Let it do what it does. Remaster it or something like Gone with the Wind.
Sequel
No
it.
one has done Gone with the Wind. They just remastered it and brought it back, and people went and bought it. Do that.
Mm-hmm.
Come up with some original stuff.
I don't even mind a sequel. You know what I'm saying? Like, let us know what happened after years later. I want to know what happened when they got older or what happened after the funeral or something. You know what I'm saying? Give me a sequel, but I don't want a remake. Don't try to give me the same story and then take some stuff out, throw some stuff.
That part. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I get you on that. So yeah, I think that helped me understand you a little bit more. Absolutely. So kudos to you on that. Now, is there anything else you want to share with our audience about what Miss Stephanie James got going on?
Like I said, right now I'm just focused on my short film, and then I'll be focused on my feature film. I am looking for a publisher for my novel, Remember Me. That's my
Yeah.
new campaign. Help Stephanie find a publisher. So if you know somebody, let me know because I'm trying to get my book published. It was done maybe a year, almost 2 years ago. It's a really good read. And I'm not just saying that because I know the author. I'm just saying it's a really good read. And we need to get it published so the masses can get into it. What happened?
So tell us what it's about. What is Remember Me about? Give us a little synopsis on
You
that.
never asked. Well, Remember Me is basically about a young lady, Sybil, who just went through a breakup with her boyfriend, Cujo.
Oh,
And
I thought it was Jason.
who was Jason? No, different story.
Oh, different story. That's the other one. That's Kahali. Love Lies. Sorry.
Kalia. That's Kalia.
Kalia,
Yeah.
yes, Love Lies. Wrong story.
So
Continue.
yes. And so
Pardon.
Sybil and Cujo, they broke up. And so Sybil is like, wallowing in her self-pity and feeling like, oh my God, oh my God. And so her good girlfriend is like, girl, you got to get over him. And she's like, well, how am I going to get over him? And she's like, the best way to get over him is to do what? Get under another him.
Yeah,
Worst advice ever. But that's what she told her to do. And she goes out. And what does she do? She meets this guy who is like everything. And the whole thing is when you meet someone and it's like too good to be true, That should
It
send some
probably is.
bells. Yeah, some bells should be going off. But Sybil, she coming off a breakup, and she like, no, he is it. And
Mm,
so it turns into this really deep, dark thriller,
Ooh.
but not in Manila. But it's a
mm.
really good, it's a really good story. I really went outside of myself with this. So I'm
Nice.
Yeah.
excited.
Now you went outside of yourself, but did part of you come with it though? Is this inspired by any true events at all?
Absolutely not. These
Okay.
characters, they do not speak like I speak. They do not come from the world I come from. Um, I mean, everybody can relate to a breakup.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody can relate to falling for the wrong guy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I have
But
a
the
member
other
that
part,
like, yeah, I don't live that kind of life. You know what I'm
I
saying?
got
So,
you. Got
but
you.
it's a good story. It's a really good
Now
story.
this is your first book, right?
It is.
So did what were you reading prior to this? Like what books did you like to read? Did you like to read like those little gangster type of books, those urban fiction books? Because I
So
used to read them like crazy.
really,
I did. I used to order them offline and everything. I read through them like
gosh,
I
you love this story. It's not like gangsta, but you love it. But if I'm being honest, I have not really read any of those stories before.
mm-hmm,
Um, there's a young lady, Mickey Starr, and she's a friend of my sister's, and she's an author. And so like her book, Disorder, that was probably the last book I read. Um, Totally different genre.
mm-hmm,
And when I was younger, I used, because I used to ride the train, but I'm driving now. But
mm-hmm.
I used to read a lot back then. Now I probably write more than I read. And I just said I need to read more, but
Yeah.
no, I've not read any of those kind of stories, but I know that they're like a hit. Like people love those stories.
Yeah, that's why it was interesting to me that you would write something kind of leaning towards that way if that wasn't books that you were already reading prior to your written masterpiece. So yeah, that's interesting that
It's
you
my
read books
imagination.
totally different from what you wrote.
My
Girl,
imagination, just.
that is so dope. All those characters in your head, I can't wait to meet all of them. Every last one of them. They sound so fun. I know
Oh
it's
my
like a
God.
party.
It
It's like a party.
is. It's a 40. Sometimes I want them to like silence themselves so I can sleep. Because sometimes it's just like, oh my gosh. And I have to like get out of the bed, open up my laptop, and I just have to crank it out right quick. And then I'll be able to sleep. Like that's how much my mind is always thinking. Hmm.
Yeah,
I
I
sound like a
understand.
crazy person. But yeah.
But I always tell everybody I embrace crazy and weird more than I do normal any day. That's just me. Because I relate more. I am
Mhm.
a well now weirdo and I don't not mind it at all. So I embrace all of my personality too. It actually reminds me of one of Tyler Perry plays, go figure. Medea's high school reunion, I believe it was, when he said he got 16 personalities in his head and all of them about ready to whoop her butt.
No, exactly.
So yeah, that's every time you say that, it makes me remember that scene in that play. So
Mhm.
that's pretty cool. Yeah, but I think it is about time to wrap it up, Miss Stephanie James. I mean, we have been having so much fun with you. I don't want you to go.
Aw.
I just want to bottle you up and keep you right here with me.
Aw.
But
You
since
tell
I
all the
can't,
girls that. That's what you tell all the girls.
since I can't, I'm just going to wait on the book to remember me, and I'm gonna just keep you there. Yeah, at least one of your characters, or five,
Yeah.
or how many is in there? Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. It's been a pleasure. I'm so grateful that you graced our platform this evening, Stephanie. It's been a pleasure talking to you. I hope you enjoyed yourself with us.
Absolutely. I'm so grateful to be here.
It's a pleasure to
Yeah,
have you.
I hope we ain't scare you out. I know I'm crazy. Marva, she's more laid back. She let me just show all my crazy. And then, she be the reserved one. So she gets all the phone calls. They like, no, I ain't talking to crazy. but yeah, everybody, if you're watching and you're listening, remember Stephanie James is looking to get some help with her book. Remember me. So if you know anybody, please make sure you reach out to On the Scene, or you can reach out directly to Stephanie James and help the sister out, because it takes a village to keep us all going. You know, one for all and all for one. But let everybody know your social media handle so they can know how to get in touch with you.
So if you like, you can find me on my website at kchristianproductions.com. And Christian is spelled with an O and not an A. You can also find me on Instagram at Especially Steph, and that's STEPH. You can find me on Twitter at Especially Steph, spelled the same way. What else am I on? I'm on Facebook under Stephanie James, the one and only. It's just Stephanie James. I just say that at the end of that. And I think that is all of my social media.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on Snapchat, but I don't know if people really do Snapchat. But if you do, it's dark skin is in on Snapchat.
Okay.
Which is a fact, baby.
Hey.
Now, how can we get to see all of your beautiful films?
So Love Lies, that is my first film. You can watch that on my website. Cherry, you can find that on Amazon, Tubi, Fandango,
Voodoo.
a bunch of places. Hulu, a bunch of places you can find that. Those are the only two that are out in the world. You can find Facade Ave on YouTube. That's it.
Cool.
Something Borrowed, Something Blues. I'll release that eventually. And then that'll be out in the world. But so right now, just those three.
Yes. And they're out here in the world being enjoyed by everyone. So if you have not had a chance to watch it, here's your chance to do so. Support this amazing Black filmmaker, script writer. She's still a songstress, I'm sure. I know The Shower has heard some tunes.
Yeah, Shower.
Exactly. So just keep on rocking, sister. You doing exactly what you're meant to be here to do. Like I said, your energy is so contagious. I am just in awe of your talents. Even though cooking is not one of them, I don't judge. I can't cook either. So we have a lot in common. Okay. But thank you again, Stephanie James, for just gracing us with your presence. You're such a beautiful person. So,
Amen.
So sweet. I thank you guys for having me. I thank you guys so much. I appreciate you having me on your platform. This has been so fun, so amazing. We got to do it again. But thank you. I am beyond grateful, for this opportunity. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, On the Scene audience, fans and friends and family. This is ending our terrific night of health, movies, horrible cooking, just put it out there. But we had such a good time. We were able to talk to Terrell and Awana. Make sure you go support their Tea Fusion business. It's a Black-owned business, and it's all about health. And she hasn't had a cold since 2017. Say less, right? And then we had a wonderful hour with Miss Stephanie James, the Entrepreneur of the Year film writer, script writer, filmmaker, she does it all. Shoot, okay.
Right.
So I mean, you can't have a better night. We thank you guys for tuning in. Please make sure you follow us, like, share, and comment. Even if we didn't get to your comment today, we'll get to another day. I am your host, Marquita Spears, also known as Kita K from TK Talks and Auntie Kita. Little comedy skit for you can find on TikTok. And our wonderful and beautiful director, producer, host, editor, CEO. She tells us all what to do. Barbara Foster. Yes. So thank you guys again. Follow, like we said. And as I always say, be grateful, be great, be beautiful, Chicago, and have a good night.
Guys.
What do I do? Do I stop video? What do I do?
You can hang out if you want to, but you know, we're best friends now, so it's fine.
Red button. That's
You know, Margaret, she loves to let the audience listen to us linger around for a while.
Oh, I already talked.
Oh,
It's gone.
that
I cut it off.
Yeah, I was like, she had me talking like 5 minutes after the show. I was like, I was still recording. Yes. But yeah, Stephanie, I definitely enjoyed you. And yeah, keep up. I would love to work with you. So if ever a part comes or you feel like, you know, a little fat, funny woman can fit in, I'm here.
pleasantly plump or chubby, okay? Or pretty hot and tempting.
I'll take it all. I'll take it
Yeah.
all.
I know that's right.
All right, y'all. I love the show. I love you guys. And I'm friending you, Stephanie, so it's coming soon. It'll be me.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right, Barbara.
All right, good night.
Guys.
Bye-bye.